This is the Windows Movie Maker version 6, the Vista version. This is the workspace. It looks very different from the Windows Live Movie Maker workspace. Now, first thing, you can grab this, click and grab, and make it so you can see the preview window more. I want you to see what I'm doing down here, so we can have a little preview window or a medium preview window. I've got the preview window, the aspect ratio set to widescreen. How you do that is Tools, Options, on the Advanced tab, 4:3 for regular size videos and 16:9 for widescreen. Now, first thing we want to do is look at the timeline. Windows Live Movie Maker does not have the timeline. The timeline really allows us to do a lot more things with video than you can do with Windows Live Movie Maker. Here is where you change the view. This is timeline, and this is storyboard. Storyboard is actually very good for working with photos when you're making a slideshow, because you can hardly see it here, but these little squares show you where the transitions and the other effects are that you can put in between your photos. But we're going to work in the timeline views, so we go back to the timeline. This little plus is important because it separates the video into what's called a video track and an audio track. The part you see and the part you hear. The middle section here are for transitions, so you can see them also, because sometimes you have to move transitions. When you're putting special effects between two video clips, you want them to overlap one another, so you need to be able to see the transition and to grab it and to move it around. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to speed up and slow down. Over on the left-hand side are your tasks. You import either from a camera, a camcorder, from a video file on your computer, pictures on your computer, audio or music files on your computer. Edit is where you find your effects, transitions, titles, and credits. And then publish to is when you make your movie. And we generally always publish to this computer. At least I always do. First thing we're going to do is add a video file. So come up here and just click on it. It will open your little dialog, this window. I already have it set. I'm just going to use the sample video. Wildlife. And then you want to take it, click, and drag it right here to the timeline. Now, we want to, the first part of this are horses. We're going to use that or as our examples. So I want to split that off. This is called a scrubber. You can move it back and forth to different parts of the video. Okay, you want to get it as close as you can to where one scene, the horses, turns into the next scene, the birds. Okay. Then you want to use these little forward and backward arrows. Just click on them. There we go. Birds, back, horses, forward, birds. You want it to be on the very first scene, split. Okay. Then right click. I'm going to remove the rest. We're only going to use the horses. And then I want to make a copy. Right click, paste. So I have two copies of the horses. The first one we're going to speed up. The second one, or first one we're going to slow down. The second one we're going to speed up. Go over here to edit. Click on effects. I have added some effects already. And go down. It's in alphabetical order here. Slow down. Let's slow the first one down by 50%. See how it got longer? Okay, let's look at it. Well, that didn't make too much of a difference. Okay, this is the original one. And this is the slowed down one. Okay, let's do it. You can add an effect more than once. So let's slow it down by 50% again. Now let's see what it did to it. Listen to the music. Okay. Now, we can even slow it down. Let's say I want it a little more slower. We'll slow it down by 25%. Okay. Now, let's look at our second video. We're going to speed this one up. And because it's going to speed up, I'm going to right-click, copy, right-click, paste. And I'm going to add the speed up to 2 copies simply because it goes so fast. Move down. Let's speed it up by 25%, or excuse me, 50% by half. See what it looks like. Okay, didn't do the best job. Let's see if I can fade one into the other here. There you go. Same thing with the speed up. You can speed it up even more. I only sped up the second one. Now watch. Okay, it even got faster. And let's say you added an effect and you don't like the effect and you want to take it away. How do you do that? Well, you can either use undo, but that gets kind of sloppy because maybe you added 3 effects or something and you only want to remove the second one but not the last one. Okay, watch. Right click, see where it says effects. Here are all my slowdowns. I want to take off one of the 50%. I just click remove and they go away. Here are my list of effects. Let's say I wanted to, where's a good one? I don't have all my effects on here. Let's increase the contrast by 150%. Whoops. I didn't add that on there, did I? I want a 3D ripple. Okay, let's do a grayscale. Now let's see what it does. Starts out in black and white, and then it slowly turns to color. Okay, so that's how you deal with speeding up and slowing down and general effects in Windows Movie Maker 6.0 on a Windows 7 machine. I hope this was helpful.